So, before we start, I like to clarify that this video is in no way hating on Yandere Dev. I do not support hate speech, witch hunting, or other general harassment. If you're a fan of Yandere Dev, please remember that people have their own opinions on others. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy this video. Hello everyone. Today's video I'll be going into the Yandere Simulator community and giving my thoughts on everything that has happened recently. So if you don't know, Yandere Simulator has been losing traction and support because of a new game. It used to be called LoveSick, but now it's under the new name Love Letter, My True Feelings. Love Letter, as is what I'm going to be calling the whole video, is a game made by a person named Dr. Apis, whatever. It's a reimagined version of Yandere Simulator. Basically the Yandere Simulator that the fans have been wanting from Yandere Dev for years now. Specifically about 5 or 6. But anyways, Love Letter, by the general fan base admission, is a better version of Yandere Simulator. And I personally can see why. Dr. Apis improved on everything from the frame rate to the cleaner look to the lack of glitches. Better yet, it was done in a matter of 2 weeks. Yandere Dev. If your game takes 2 weeks, 14 days to make, you need to work on it more. You somehow spent 6 years on the game someone else's team could duplicate in 2 weeks. Admittedly, there were more of them, but no team of people should be able to come out with more in 2 weeks than any person who had 6 years to do the same. Scott Cawthon, for example, has made many games and books in the time. Your games were still alpha. Heck, he has even considered making a movie. I'm not here to hate on you, Alex, but there's something wrong if it takes you 6 years to make something someone else made in 2 weeks. It's come to the point where your code is so non-optimal that it would be better off to just start over. Love Letter has been getting more and more attention. Even the Yandere Simulator fanbase are starting to play Love Letter instead.
They didn't actually make a better game in 2 weeks. First off, they used my work as a base instead of starting from scratch. They're also using assets that were created specifically for Yandere Simulator, which they do not have permission to use.
What do you mean by your assets? If the assets discussed happen to be the ones you took from the internet, they're not yours. They're accessible to anyone who wants to use them. That's not to mention how you personally stole assets in the past. For example, the grass texture you used to have in the game. While I don't have confirmation, I personally doubt that the grass texture you're using now happens to belong to you. Though, I could be wrong. Also, Dr. Apis did say that your assets were placeholders until they made their own, which they've actually been doing simultaneously with their game development.
They don't have to deal with non-stop harassment and abuse, so they get to work without constant interruptions, unlike me.
Yandere Dev. What in the heck does this have to do with the harassment or abuse you're getting? Sure, no one deserves to be harassed or abused 24/7, but more often than not, it's not harassment or abuse. It's just people criticizing you for not finishing your game. Even still, that has nothing to do with someone else making the game better than yours. You're deflecting responsibilities and are continuing to fail to optimize your game.
They gain an advantage by ripping off a pre-existing game, instead of making something original, like I did.
Yandere Dev, they aren't actually gaining much of an advantage. You had 6 years to fix your code, so they wouldn't need to rip it off. But you delayed it, and now they have the right to. Tiny Build even tried to help you, but you just kicked them from the development because they noticed how non-optimized your code was. To be honest, I don't think they have an advantage over your game. They just did a better job at making it because you had 6 years to fix up your game, and they beat you to it in 2 weeks. you were barely trying to finish the game, someone else came in and did it themselves. But now that you have competition, you want to blame someone else for being better than you at your job. I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. Anyways, Yandere Dev is losing his supporters over this game because he didn't succeed at what Dr. AP's and his group did in 2 weeks. In my opinion, Love Letter looks like a great game. And if you actually want to support a game with money, I will personally choose Love Letter, aka LoveSick. In conclusion, I'm not going to be saying any more. I'm not going to be saying more about this for now. But if you want to know about these recent events, I would personally suggest you check out some Ordinary Gamers video about this. With all that being said, thanks for listening. If you have any opinions, leave them in the comments below. But before I go, a special thanks to Commodore X helping me write the script and voicing Yandere Dev's response. Please go check him out. I put his links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Love you all, and I'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, the big robot. Yeah, I'm the... Okay, so, as it turns out, he forgot to say peace. Dude's been doing this for a good while, and he can't even keep his own outro together. So yeah, I guess I'll be the one saying peace. Hi, I'm Commodore X, in case you couldn't tell. I voiced it, Yandere Dev, in those bits. Wasn't really trying to do an impersonation. You may notice, hey, he got his mic fixed. It no longer does that weird echoey voice deepening effect. Yeah, it's because that was like a bit of a messed up mic. I got it fixed though. It's not gonna like lower the pitch on its own. I'll be good. Yeah. So not really sure what to do at this point. Just letting you guys know. Okay, so hi, and you know, we've already got the next video coming up. We're trying to see if we can get this to be a regular occurrence. And maybe go check out my channel. That's a big motivation for me, really, is I'm trying to get my own following started. I've currently got a few videos up. I'm actually going to be making one pretty soon. So stick around on my personal channel. Link is in the description, like he said. And you might just find an entertainment you like. No promises, though. I'm a mediocre YouTuber at best, but an editor, if you will. I don't know.